welcome again to the interview. And I take this opportunity to congratulate you as the second one in the innovators in your business. And I wanted you to share with us the experience briefly about your company before the training. How was the company portrayed up to date?
What I can say, the journey has been long, challenging, but also exciting. Because I think from the time I joined the competition, we just had a few cooperatives. We had about 12 cooperatives that we were working with. And that was in October last year, before the competition, the Anti-Diabetes competition. But during the trainings that we received, and also the networking that we had from, sharing ideas with different participants that were around, we aspired to actually to scale up, to grow, and to learn from also what others are doing. And ever since when we came back, that was around October, November. So November, December, that was like a very busy, 2 busy months for us. And
was there any new skill that you had?
Yeah, we actually, of course, we had a lot of developments going on. We had a lot of upgrades, changes to make our platform and our apps more user friendly. And also, we decided to scale up and not just work with the 5 cooperatives we're working with, but had other 5 cooperatives. Because around December, when we total the number of all the cooperatives we're working with,
what do you do with cooperatives? You're saying 5 cooperatives. Do
10
you supply them? Do you?
Okay, yeah. So basically, just to tell you briefly about what we do. Of course, we develop software, but with special emphasis on agriculture. We want to see how agriculture can actually be digitized, because we look at a farmer as a standalone and isolated person in terms of ICTs. Because a farmer works with suppliers, they work with markets, they work with banks, but this farmer is illiterate, this farmer has no way of accessing information when they need them. And that's when we discovered the need to actually create a platform which brings them all in one place. And that's why in this picture you can see a farmer with digitizing where banks, insurance, market, and farms are all connected in one place through that mobile phone. And also the web platform we have. So that's why I'm talking about cooperative. It's not just any cooperative, it's farming cooperatives that we work with, helping them to create linkages with all the stakeholders, how they get information on markets, how they get information on insurance services, and how they get information on the different people who supply them, so that they don't work in isolation. They also embrace the digital age, which we are all into, because it's hard to imagine in your office without a computer. But if it's hard for me to imagine in our office without a computer, now let's think of a farmer. How will they keep their records? How will they receive their information? How do they link up and communicate?
Recently, in the national statistics, I have seen that 46% of farmers or people involved in agribusiness are illiterate. So how do you approach those kind of contracts? Because accessing to this kind of technology, you should first be somebody that knows how to read and write. So how do you approach that kind of contract itself?
Okay. One of the things that has been very, very challenging, because of course you are reaching out you're reaching out to the illiterate population with these technologies. And when you talk of technologies, there's a mindset which is already created in the illiterate population. It's hard. It's complicated. I'm not sure if I can manage. I don't know if I have the capacity to use it.
There is that kind of fear already.
Exactly. So you're approaching this person with, and you also have this version to them. And they're really going to, will they adapt to these technologies? Will they, am I even going to try to with is we wanted to make these technologies really user-friendly and very simple. So we didn't go immediately to smart applications where we use their smartphones or these web technologies, but we started with the technologies they can use on their simple phones, and if I can, these dumb phones, not smartphones. So if like the way M-Pesa works, Tigo Cash, mobile money, you see that you interact. Yes, you interact with these applications using numbers instead of long text, which are prone to errors. Because of course you just give them a code they can remember. Ours is *515. It's easy for them and it's easy to dial because it's a number. So they engage with it using numbers. And what we've, of course, that's kind of a number of farmers that can actually use that kind of technology. But
so in your development, you thought about all those classes?
Yes, we thought about all the classes. Yeah. So, and also because you're looking of not every one of them knows how can actually even engage with numbers. As much as we say they are easy, but there are others who just use their phones to call, or maybe say, hey, tell their children, please put in the number for so and so so that I call them. So they have those phones, but they can't even use the simple technologies you're giving them.
So among the skills that you learned from there was also a certain small technique that I may call pitching. So have you ever used that elsewhere to look for some funds or what?
Yes, actually recently we had something here in Rwanda, a FARA, Forum for Agricultural Research, which took place here. And in those kind of forums, people would just come because we had an opportunity to actually present there. So of course you see many people coming to your booth. You want to make it as short as possible. That's when the teaching skills actually come in. And also at the same event there was whereby you had a space of your own, just like what we had at Tigray, where people would just come, and expose your things, exhibit and tell people about what you're doing. But we had a limitation of just 5 minutes to actually present everything, So
do you think using it as a source of funding?
Yeah, we actually, not necessarily to get money, but also to get new partners.
And awareness.
Exactly. And also to create, of course, awareness, this partnership opportunities. Yeah. So it has been.
Okay, so as we talk about networking, since May, the last time of the competition, you were interacting with other people, of course beneficiaries and trainers and what. Was there any kind of remarkable outcome for you that you may say this has really impacted my business in a certain way?
Yeah, because right after May, when you came back, that's when that forum took place. There was also an agri show. So there was a lot of events going on in Rwanda. Where you find yourself networking with different stakeholders. Like I had a chance to meet the head of AGRA, They eventually came, and that's where you talk about all the exciting things that you're doing. And eventually we're looking for ways of actually partnering with AGRA to actually, so that they can support the different cooperatives that you're working with. So that I can say that has been the most, the significant outcome that I can.
Out of the circle, within the team, within the beneficiaries of the training, are you networking with some of them?
Yeah. Actually, I was in touch with those who, with those who had related projects, to actually learn from them, and also those who thought they could use my application in their projects. Of course, it's too early, but we were discussing the ways of how we can actually have that
interaction.
Yes,
platform.
And also the exchange, because one thing that I can say that stands out for me from the networking with the participants and also the training, we had we are looking to have something similar in Rwanda, where we are talking of engaging Rwanda youth in agribusiness forum. So because I'm also just after that I was nominated as the vice chair of that forum. So we're looking at how what the exciting things we saw in Iran and all the participants, how we can actually invite them to Rwanda, to come and inspire Rwandan youth, how to just see the exciting things that other youth are doing in agriculture and see how that can impact Rwanda in general, and also to have exchange programs or workshops, to learn from others and to learn from each other. So I've been in touch with the participants to actually interested on that kind of initiative, and the response is positive.
Okay, fine. How do we spell your business name? I don't know if Mapi is limited, is the real pronunciation.
Okay, it's actually Mapi.
Mapi.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So, what is the future perspective of Mapi Limited?
Okay, we're looking at Mapi being the leading software development company in the region, but specifically coming to agriculture, because you're talking about agribusiness. This platform of AgriFiber, we are seeing how it can be actually how it can be the leading data center in the whole of Africa.
Can you share with us your 3 milestones?
Sorry?
Can you share with us your 3 milestones to lead you there?
What I can say is one thing that how I see how this thing will actually come to, how we'll come to realize this. We first want to also upgrade the platform itself into an incubator. What does that mean? So being a platform, there's a way there are youth that are doing developing different solutions in agriculture, but we don't want to have
to unlock yourself.
We want them to benefit and also to be able to expose whatever they're doing, because you can't do everything. So we're looking at ourselves as a company that will have this platform to use the AgriFiber platform to actually incubate and integrate all those solutions so that they plug in, and then it's available for the African market. Whoever needs any specific solution
you are expecting more developers to come and try.
Exactly. Not necessarily coming to be in the business, like to work with Maui, but partnerships,
interaction.
Exactly. Yeah, we're looking at that happening. And we're looking at a place whereby if a farmer thinks of any source of information, the first thing that comes to their mind is, hey, why don't you go to AgriFiber? So as a one-stop for all these agricultural solutions. So that's how we feel ourselves in the next 5 years.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you.
Okay. Through cooperatives, you have to go there, and also we work with their forums, in their federations. I put the date of today. No, through meetings, exhibitions, conferences. And of course with our website, we have a Facebook page, Twitter, all that. You know what with Iran?
No, just consulting for them. But you can still have the option to change.
Wait a minute. No one will eat the prices, no one should have.
It was even high when I went to the market Sunday.
About when? Because it keeps changing.
You have the option to change. community that they have to participate in. So I want to get into a serious marketing of it and we can see how we do it. My company. You were saying the person who is it's called they updated.
Oh, so you contracted them online?
No, they came here. The mentor. No, 2014. They have been training us. Effective touch. So they are mentoring me into agribusiness and then after that.